The Make a Memory appeal is a capital appeal to transform our care of the elderly ward at Barnsley Hospital. We're wanting to transform the ward from a clinical space to a homely and welcoming environment in terms of us being able to provide the equipment and facilities which go over and above that which NHS funding provides for. For patients living with dementia, it will mean that they are less confused about their surroundings when they come into hospital. It will also mean that they feel more confident and able to get out of the bed and navigate the way around the ward, because sometimes things like shiny floor surfaces can look wet to patients living with dementia, but also the floor strips can mean that they're a physical barrier for them not to cross out into the room.
Ward 19 is a care of the elderly 28-bedded ward. The setup at the moment is quite neutral in its look. There's plenty of facilities around the ward area, but we're hoping to make that a lot more dementia friendly.
It's quite well evidenced that an area that is well developed specifically for people with dementia does make a difference to their care needs, but also their length of stay.
My experience of caring for a member of my family with dementia was my dad. He was diagnosed in 2017. He was very much of a home person as well. So for me, personally, I would have liked something a bit more homely for him to go to, where he felt comfortable.
The new facilities, it's much more homely based. There's going to be better furniture, colour schemes going to be better, going artwork. So it's going to be less like a clinical area, more going the transition from home to clinical should be easier.
We should get involved with this campaign because it makes a massive difference to not only the patients but families' lives. It's very distressing to have a loved one in hospital, especially when you're the carer for them, the primary carer for that person with dementia. You come home from work, you go and see your mum, your dad, or the person that you know with dementia, and if they're in hospital, you're going to be up all night wondering, are they safe? Has their routine been kept? Having this ward will provide that, but most importantly, give them assurance that the environment that we're giving them is safe, supportive, and lets them have peace of mind.
We want our supporters to get out there and make some of their own memories and raise funds. So whether it be getting together with friends and family, hosting a tea party, or doing a sponsored walk, it will all help us achieve our target.
To be involved with Make a Memory makes me proud. Nobody knows what the future will hold, and I have had friends that have lost their lives to dementia, and so yeah, it makes me very proud that I can probably make their last few years a little bit easier through helping with the charity.
I think the main key is that people with dementia can live well with their dementia, and there's lots of support services out there, including when somebody comes into hospital.
You call someone a dementia patient, we completely disregard 70, 80, 50, 60 years of who that person is and who they still are. We treat them as a dementia patient, and having an environment that supports and minimises that distress, so having older pictures on the wall, things that they can recognise, familiar objects, familiar music, brings that person back to life. Having them on an acute hospital where it's just lots of noise, you just see the worst of what dementia does for people when they're in hospital. So I think that for me, that's the reason, you know.